All right, so let's answer this question. Austin 215 says, I've had a hard time getting black women, relationship wise. I'm a university student, 6'3", and I know I'm not ugly. White and Asian girls give me the most attention. It makes no sense to me. Okay, so Austin, we need a bit more information. Do you approach these women? Yes, he is tall. He's 6'3". He's a university student, and he says that he knows he is not ugly. Oh, okay. So you approach them, and they say that you're cute. How do you approach them? 'Cause I don't know. Like from what you're saying you're tall. You're saying you're good looking. The women say you're cute. Are you saying that they don't want to be in a relationship with you? Like, are they willing to sleep with you but not have a relationship? We need a bit more. We need a bit more info. It's obviously not your looks. You said they tell you're cute. It's not your height. You're a university student. That doesn't mean that you're educated, but we'll assume that you are. So you're nice to them. But so do you get to sleep with them at all? Or you just they don't even want to sleep with you either? How old are you, Austin? Okay. You're 21, you're polite, you're nice to them. They think you're good looking. Do you think that you established that you like them? Are you giving off friend zone vibes? Do they feel that do you let them know that you down? It's one thing to say, "Hey, how you doing? Like, what's up? Oh yeah, hey, what's up? I like you. I want to get to know you. I want to take you on a date. Like, what's up?" You establishing that we're not gonna do the friend thing. What do they say to you? What happens? What do they say to you? And are you willing to come on camera? Because there's a lot of women here right now. We got 189, 93 people watching. There are men and women here. You never know. You might meet the love of your life. I've heard a lot of black men say stuff like that. They've said that this is why they date white women or Asian women because black women don't want them. It happens. Let him speak. Then we can kind of get a better understanding. The ladies can make their judgment. The brothers can give him some advice. So, okay, let's try to get this straight. You have a black man who is 21. He's in college. He say he's cute. He says he's 6'3". Are you in shape? Are you in good physical shape? Let me ask you a question. The women that you're talking to, scale of 1 to 10, on an average, are they, 10 being like, wow, and one being like, 1 to 10? 8 on average. Okay, so you're approaching very, very beautiful women. Like, in your honest opinion, where do you think you are on that scale? You'd say you're an 8.5, 9. You're modest. Okay. He's there. He up there. I'd say I give myself a 6. On a good day, I might be a 6.5. We're not gonna do this. We're not gonna do this. Like, we're gonna have a debate. Like, it's like he's a 6. No, he's a 7. No, he's a 9. Actually, I think he's a 4. To be honest, I think he's a -6. We're not gonna do that. We're not gonna just fuck with my self esteem. You're shit, Angel. I don't know, Austin. You gotta kind of come on the camera and stuff like that. so that, so you could be judged. Come on, camera, so we can judge you. So we can judge you. Deletes Facebook, deletes Instagram, deletes YouTube, moves to India, changes name to Mr. Patel, opens up curry store. So the brother's letting you know that black women do not like him. He told you that he's 6'3". Black women don't like him. They just want to be friends with him, and only white and Asian. So what do y'all got to say to him now?
Okay, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. That's better. That's better.
I can't hear.
Okay. So the sisters are telling you that you're cute.
Yeah, they are. But like I said, like I only get approached by a certain demographic of women, it seems like. So like when I approach them, they'll say I look good. They're like, "Oh, you're cute," blah blah blah, stuff like that. But that's as far as it'll ever go. Like no matter how hard I try.
Okay. Have they ever given you feedback, like why they're not interested in taking it further?
No. No, not at all.
Have you ever asked?
I mean, like, I've asked, like, probably when I was like in high school. I've asked, but usually, like, it's a thing. Like, I know this sounds stereotypical. Like, you're too nice. I've gotten that before. Which, like, I really don't get when someone says that. That makes no sense to me. Like, what do you want me to do? Act rude? Hit you in the face? Like, it makes no sense. But that's just how it is.
So, sisters, out of here, like, based on the way he looks, how many of you would date him? How many of you would want to get to know him or want to date the brother, just on how he looks? You said that the type of women that you approach, you said they're like an 8. Around 8 on average.
Yeah, I say on average about an 8.
And yeah, 10. And you classify yourself as an 8.5 or 9, right?
That's how I classify myself. I ain't gonna go
no, that's fine. That's fine. And are these women, are they curvy?
Yes, pretty much every single time. Yeah,
every time. So big butts.
Either curvy or pretty tall. Like that's what either the girl's really tall. Like I'll say about because I'm 6'3", so I feel like 5'11", 5'10", are the curvy. That's the only options usually.
Do you think it's the type of woman that the type of black woman that you're talking to?
I mean, I've heard that before. That could be it. I don't know. I say like I go out to. Okay, some of them I can admit. Like I went up to some girls that were like pretty stupid. Like why the hell did I do that? But then some of them are like really educated. I'll say. Like for me, because I'm actually like I'm double majoring in finance and computer science, right? So if I see like a black girl in like a computer science class or something, I'm gonna go up to her, especially if she's smart, educated, looks good. But usually, like I said, too nice. Although they'll date somebody that's like, wait, I'm talking about like some thug ass nigga. Like they'll date somebody that not even in school. I'm being serious. Like this is usually what happens. They'll date somebody that's not even in school, which makes no sense to me. Over somebody that's in school trying to do something. I just don't get it. It happens. I know it sounds stereotypical, but it's just my reality. It's the truth.
I can understand that. Obviously, those are definitely the wrong type of woman for you. Like if the type of women that you want, and and I understand how sometimes you're like, but how could it always be the case? Like every time I talk to a particular black woman, she always not into like a guy like me, and it's a numbers game. Sometimes it's a numbers game, trying to find the right woman. But I could guarantee you right now, you're probably just meeting the wrong women, talking to the wrong women, and you got a lot of women on here right now that are just lushing over you right now. They're just like, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. And they want to know where you live. Because I'm gonna tell you right now, I can't give you an answer that says to you, okay, bro, you know what it is? These women want this and they want you to be like that. Because the reality of the matter is this: you can only be yourself. Once you start trying to be somebody else, don't go down that path of you go, well, fuck it, they just want an asshole, so I'm gonna start being the asshole. Right? Because if that's not you, then you don't want to be that guy. A lot of guys will go, fuck it, just date the white women or the Asian women or whatever, right? But if you want a black woman, then that's going to be what you want. Would you say you're pro-black into the whole blackness thing? You want black love? Would you say yes?
Like I would say yes, but like have I dated outside my race before? Yes, I have. So like, but I want to like, even like you say, you can't be pro-black and date white. I heard you say that before. Yeah, so like I want to say pro-black because that would make more sense. Because like what I want to do, like I want to start black businesses. I want to see that grow. I want to see my community thrive. Yeah, so I would say I am pro-black.
So wait, one moment. So where were you based?
Where am I based? I'm in Texas.
Sisters, who's in Texas? Who's in Texas and would say, "Yo, I'm serious. I mean serious because you got women here that can see your personality. They see how you are, right?
Yeah.
They see how you are, and you may, there's a sister that she says she's in Houston. There's another one that says he's in Austin.
And I go to school in Houston, but I live in Austin.
All right, okay. So, have you thought about meeting somebody maybe online, or meeting a black woman online that might be from the same area as you? It kind of like evens out the odds where you say, okay, I got more options now.
Nah, the most I've used is Tinder.
Tinder's not a good look, trust me.
Yeah, that's not a good one.
Swipe. But seriously, sometimes it just happens. It can be the luck of the draw. You're just not meeting the right women. And sometimes, especially with like, I'm assuming the women, I guess they're around your age.
Yeah, they're around my age.
They're around your age. And sometimes some of those women, they might need time to mature. So they might be in that little stage where they want somebody that they want excitement. You're too busy with school. You're too busy getting educated. And they're like, oh, maybe you're not forward, so they don't feel that you're fully like really interested in something like that. And it could be hard sometimes when you approach somebody like on Facebook and Twitter and Instagram. That can be hard trying to approach women like that, especially if they're attractive. Women get messages all the time. Do you think the other thing could be that women might think you might give off the perception that you might be a player? You think that might be a possibility?
Okay, I've gotten that a few times, but I mean, I guess some people could perceive it that way. I try best not to seem that way at all.
Right.
But I have gotten that before. Yeah.
Maybe you give off a particular vibe that makes them go, yeah, I don't want to take this further because I don't want to get played.
Yeah, like so, like if I'm like at a party or something, I'm not gonna dance with just one girl. Like, so I guess that might throw it off like that because I've had like there's been parties I danced with like 10 girls, and then they went, "Oh my God, he's probably a player just trying to play people." I'm like, no, I'm just having fun.
Right. So do you think that you might be getting a particular reputation? Like maybe they might kind of know you. They're making an assumption based on you, and they might have already. Oh yeah, son. He talks to a lot of girls, and you also do approach a lot of girls on a regular basis.
I mean, I don't approach a lot of girls on a regular basis. I don't do that. It just depends. Like, how do I say? If I see a girl that's really attractive, then I'll approach her. It's like that. It doesn't matter really where it is. Okay, it doesn't matter where it is, but like I say, like on campus and stuff like that. If I see a girl attractive, I'm gonna approach her. Yeah, but I'm not gonna just approach like every girl I see. I'm not like that. This is like that. Like saying if it's like a gathering, like a party or something like that, then yeah, I'll dance with any girl. Like screw it, I'm just having fun. But like I say, like on campus, yeah, I'll approach a certain girl. That's like a certain girl like that has like mesh looks good, then I'll approach her.
Right. No, because I'm just kind of like looking at the possibilities, and that's one possibility where like women might be thinking, yeah, no, I know what he's doing, or I think that he's talking to a lot of women, so they kind of might be a little bit put off, right?
Yeah.
But do you know what you're looking for? Do you know what? Because you're only 21. I mean, God, it's time. Yeah, a lot of time. Like I'm 11 years older than you, but do you know what you're looking for?
I would say so. Looking for usually, I'll say outgoing, honest, good looking. Okay, that's definitely one of them. That's about it. Yeah, outgoing, honest, encouraging. You know what I mean? That's about like those qualities right there is what I'm looking for. And then like I see those qualities, man. Like I feel like I see those qualities in some. They show. It looks like they have those qualities. It looks like they're really nice. It looks like they're not gonna. It looks like they're going after the nice guys. Like a guy that's like them. Not gonna be like cursing all the time with a bunch of tattoos or something like that. But I swear, I would say, not saying all, but I'm saying like 9 out of 10 girls end up going for a guy. It's like the exact opposite of what I would think they would want. Especially when it comes to our race, it makes no sense to me. It bothers me.
But these are young girls, though. People have said that to me before when they say, "Oh, black women, all they want is the thugs, or they want this type of guy, whatever." It was put on the nice guy. When people say that, I say, you say women, but I would say more that would be a young girl thing, because most women grow out of that. If that was a particular interest, they normally grow out of that with age. So one of the sisters said, maybe you need the older woman. Have you approached older women?
Not as I had an older woman approach me, but they're mainly, like I said, the ones who approach me the most are not my race. It's just a sad fact.
Have
But
you ever had a black woman approach you?
yeah, I have. Not as much though. It rarely happens. Usually it's me approaching them, but I've had a few.
And the black women that approached you, they weren't your type?
Usually not my type. Probably like well, okay, it happens a few times when they are my type. But then, like I say, like when it reaches a point like going on a date or something, then they just go off. Like they just cut it off. It makes no sense. So I've had it happen a few times. Like, okay, we're talking, things are going well, and then like, hey, like say like, okay, let's go on a date, let's do this together, and then they cut it off. It makes I don't get it. It
So
confuses me.
what's a personality clash really?
I think so.
Because you're obviously saying, like, you're not an ugly dude. The women are clearly showing that, telling you that you're not ugly. You're saying that women have even approached you, and even the women that approach you, you might go on a date or two, and then all of a sudden, like, they distance, right?
Yeah.
Because obviously we wouldn't know what you're like. We don't know what you're like, how you are and things like that. Have you ever thought, like, of other things that it might be? Like, I know sometimes it's easier to say, oh, they just want that. Have you thought about what it could be about you?
Yeah, I haven't thought like that, to be honest, as much. Yeah, that could be.
But at the same time, I never believe that people should really change themselves in a way that, don't compromise yourself. Don't change yourself. Like, you still want to be you, but sometimes men could be too forlorn sometimes.
Yeah.
Do you think sometimes, like, do you text them a lot? Like, you're constantly texting them, calling them, and saying, like, hey, I like you, what's up? Because sometimes that could scare women off.
Yeah, I don't do that. That don't work on anybody. Do something like that. The most I'm gonna do is text 2 times. That's it. I'm not gonna text a third time. If you don't text the second time I text you, then I'm done. Like I'm not gonna. I hate running after people. That could be a problem right there. I'm really bad at running after people too. So if you ignore me, I'm not gonna run after you.
Mm.
Yeah, so that's just how I am. I don't think I'm ever gonna change either when it comes to that way.
You could frighten a woman off. Like, you think that you're giving her what she wants, giving her attention, but sometimes it could be a bit too much. And about, like, where you said, like, if you go to a party or whatever, about going to, like, books, library, bookstores, black art galleries, places like that.
Yeah,
where you might find more like-minded people.
that's true. Yeah, it's probably something I need to do. I guess I'm not trying as hard when I think about it. Like I'm not putting myself out there as much. That could be something because, like I said, the university I go to, it's majority people that are not my race.
Right. Okay.
I mean, there's a decent amount, and like I said, like usually the decent amount that is there, from what I have seen, either you're an athlete for black girls, either you're an athlete or are you a drug dealer or something. I swear that's what it just looks like. It seems like that. I mean, I've seen relationships where it's like a really smart black guy, really smart black girl. I've seen that. I have seen that, but when it comes like to my path, I don't see that coming through my path. It makes no sense. It's kind of aggravating.
If I'm walking on the street and I'm just like, let's say I'm going to work. I go to work, come home, and that's kind of what I go to work, come home, go to work, come home, go to the gym, go to work, come home. And I think, you know what? If I see a pretty woman, I'm going to talk to her.
Yeah.
When you do that, you limit yourself, because you're like, I'm just waiting. I'm just waiting to see what happens in the possible. You just like a possibility. Now, so you're just waiting to see somebody on the street, and the chances are you might never see somebody on the street, and then you might see somebody on the street and you might talk to them, but you don't know what you're going to have in common. You don't know if you guys are going to get along. You don't know anything like that. But if you actually put yourself out and you say, you know what, I like poetry. Or for example, if you were religious, you would go to church, right? Because you're going to get a woman on the same kind of wavelength as you. But if like, I'm not religious, so if I was single, why would I go to church? I do not want a woman that's religious or a Christian, because we are not going to be on the same wavelength. I want somebody that's spiritual. I need to find out where I could go to, like any like kind of like pro-black events, conscious events, spiritual events. Afrocentric events. I'm really into spoken word and poetry, so I would go to like slam poetry, spoken word, and whatnot, right?
Yeah.
So I'm more likely to find somebody of that caliber. And a lot of times, the places that you would go in that kind of places, you're more than likely gonna find somebody that you're gonna vibe with, that's gonna vibe with you. Because the women that you're seeing, the girls that you're seeing there on your campus, they might not be doing the same courses that you're doing, the same, in the same majors that you're doing. And they might be just, sliding through. And yes, they might be very attractive and very pretty. And right now, the bad guy might, the bad boy might be real exciting to them. They see you and they're like, oh, you know what? Oh, yeah, he's good looking, whatever. But then they see that you got your head screwed on and that you're focused. And sometimes that might, to them being young, where their mind might be at, they might, oh, that's corny.
Yeah, I mean, like I have gotten that. Like, I mean, because like it seems like right when I tell them, like for some girls, if I tell them my major, sometimes I don't even want to say what my major is. Because right when you hear the word, for some girls, when you hear the word computer science, that is a turnoff. I do not know why. That's just a turnoff to most girls of my ethnicity. It seems like that. I don't know why, but it is. So like sometimes I don't even want to say what I'm majoring in. I hate saying it. But like, cause when I do say it, it seems like they're like, wow, you must be really smart. And then next thing you know, they're not talking to me afterwards. It makes it like that doesn't correlate. If I say to someone like, say like a girl of another race, if I say like, oh, I'm double majoring in finance and computer science, they're like, whoa, and they want to get to know me more.
Do you think your intelligence intimidates them?
I mean, I can't say it's intimidating because in my opinion, I don't feel like black girls are intimidated by anything. That's just my opinion. I don't think they are. I just think they might think it's corny. I don't know what it is. They might think I'm fake. I don't know. I think that might be it because I really don't feel like black girls are intimidated by anything. That's my perspective on black women.
Types of women that you've spoken to and you talk to, maybe they might find that intimidating because they might be like, well, he's really smart, and he might show me up, or he might not be interested in me in that way, or I think, this is going to be a bit too deep for me. And even maybe the things that you talk about, do you really go in depth when you talk to them?
Oh yeah, okay, I can say that's something I do go in depth with. That's true. That's probably because I do talk a lot. That might be something I need to work on.
Right. No, I'm saying because, like, for example, when a certain topic starts, when we trigger on a certain topic, I will go. Like, I'm ready to go. You want to talk about religion? We're gonna be here for a minute. You want to talk about spirituality? We're gonna be here. Pro-blackness, socioeconomic, social mobility, race. We can start talking, and that could be overwhelming to some people. Some might be like, "Whoa, okay, yeah." And sometimes we can come across in a way that people may deem that we are like conceited in that particular topic that we talk about. So they might say to you, oh, what's your major? And you might say, media science. I'm like, oh, okay, media science. Okay. So then you might start talking about it and it might be like, okay, all right. So you never know. So maybe kind of like try certain things out, trying to kind of figure out, when you talk to them, be like, yeah, I do media science. I've got some plans and I've got this and I want to do that, and then kind of like turn the subject straight on to them. Straight to them. Yeah. What do you do? Why do you do? Oh, okay, that's what's up. What do you like? What are you into? What kind of guys you like? What do you want? What are you looking for? Sometimes we gotta go slow. Sometimes we want to move in real fast. One of the sisters said, "Do you have black friends that you hang out with?"
Yes, I do. I mean, I hang out with a diverse group. I'll say that.
And you said like, so you've never really had feedback from the women. You've never been like, out of curiosity, like, have you ever tried to do that? Like maybe text one of the sisters that kind of didn't work out with her and say, out of curiosity, I don't want to make you feel awkward or anything. I'm just curious, what is it about me that you think that I could work on, or you think that made you feel that you weren't really interested in me?
No, I've never done that.
And I know, like for guys, like that could be hard for us. Like it's like, I don't want to do all that because we're afraid of the answer. If you feel like, well, she's not going to say I'm ugly, so it's got to be something else. It can never really go wrong. Your preference, is that black women?
My preference, yeah. So I'll say this. I'll say black women are the most beautiful women in the world. That's my opinion. I think it's a fact almost. But the thing is, like, I don't cancel out other races like that. That's something I don't do. Like, hey, if it's like a good looking, let's say like Asian or white girl, I'm not going to cancel them out because they're not black. Which is, I know something that's probably what a lot of people want me to do, even my parents. But it's like, it's something I don't do. But my preference, I would say yes, it is.
Do you have black female friends?
Yes, I have a few. Not as, to be honest, that could be it right there. I only have like 2.
Have you asked them?
Ask them. One of them's in a relationship. One of them isn't. But
I don't mean ask them like, like, can we date or something? Like, I mean, have you asked them? Say like, yo, I'm having difficulties here. Like, I'm attracting and keeping a black woman. What is it about me? What am I doing wrong? Have you asked them that?
No, it's not something I've asked.
I mean, that's a good place to start because it's like a safe place. It's a safe place. Like, they're your friends. they're cool with you, and they're gonna be honest. You say, look, I just want an honest opinion. Like seriously, like what am I doing wrong? I just want to be with a black woman instead of said I don't want to be with nobody else. You know, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
I would do that. Like if I had a female friend, I would ask her because you know they're gonna be honest with you. I would always say be yourself, but maybe in certain aspects, maybe tone certain things down. Because look at the things that could be intimidating. Women don't need to know your exact character like that. You're exactly like this or exactly like this. They still need to learn how you are and get to know how you are. You know, catching people's interest, you could do it in a million different ways. I always said I never thought I was the best looking dude, but I knew I could get women's attention. And I knew I could retain her attention. And that was a good thing for me. So while a lot of brothers were talking to women when I was younger, like when I was your age and younger, brothers would be talking to me like, yo, ma, what's good? When you gonna come see me? When you gonna come see me? What's up? When you gonna slide through? I was the dude that was on the stoop talking on the phone for 2 or 3 hours. You know, just talking about all types of stuff, you know, like having a conversation, but finding out what she wants to talk about and talking about these things, you know? I'm not going to say to you maybe like lower your standards physically, because I know that people hate that. People hate when you say that, lower your standards physically. Maybe try and date somebody that you wouldn't normally date, because we're all shallow to a certain extent, but we're allowed to be. You know, we want to be attracted to people. We want to say, yes, I'm attracted to you. I wake up and I go, God damn, wow, you know, like that. But it's also knowing when to say, all right, you're not the right person. Can you see the chat? Because you might want to ask them some questions and they got some stuff they want to say.
So I can ask them a question. What would I ask first? I would say, okay, from my conversation, okay, what does it look like that could be wrong with me? Like from what y'all seen of me so far. Oh yeah, okay, I can see it. I can see it full on now.
So that's probably better.
You say you could say, was it Safari? You could say a lot of white girls. I mean, okay, so Safari, I'll say I do. I do hang out with other girls like of different races. That's true. I don't. If that's a turnoff, that kind of sucks. I mean, I'm a friendly person. I'm not gonna just ditch them because you're a certain color.
Do you hang out with a lot of girls?
I mean, I hang out with a good amount, I would say.
Okay. Because I think, like, forget race for a moment. I think, like, sometimes that could put off women, period, if women feel that you talk to a lot of women. Because they might not know where they stand.
I mean, okay, like I said, that could be, because I do agree with you on some parts, because I have gotten the player thing before, especially, like, if I go to a party, I'm not just gonna talk to one person. I'm probably gonna talk to at least 10 to 15 girls in the room.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm gonna tell you that right now. That's a big X for you.
Yeah.
Like, doing that is not a good look. Like, trust me. Even though to you it might be very innocent, and you know you're just talking. You know you're just being somebody that's sociable. To women, they're seeing that as like he's trying to talk to everyone.
Yeah.
You know, and then now he's coming to me. So that's how it might come across. So they're telling you this, and it's a turn off.
Yeah, I mean, like, okay, I guess it kind of is. Like, say I'm not gonna just like dance with one girl the whole time. You know what I mean? Like, especially because sometimes they come to me and just grab me and I'll dance with them. Like that happens, and I'm not gonna like, oh, I danced with 2 girls just now. I can't dance with a third one. Like, I don't do that. Who said I said you looks like a fuckboy? But Jessica said, okay, I've heard that before at least. Yeah, because just saying that's a turn off, but like, I'm trying to see it from my perspective. But I can say it probably is something I could work on, and it's something I am going to work on, especially after seeing what everyone's saying right now.
Right. What if you just try it? Like, you know, like over the next month or so, you know, in the new year, try that. Try, like, when you go to a club or a party or whatever, don't necessarily just talk to as many women as possible. Just be, you know, just keep it low. Like, say, okay, focus your attention to one girl at the party, you know, and just say, hey, how you doing? You know, speak to her. Hopefully she's single and she, you know, reciprocates. And if that's the case, then see how that works. We're focusing on just one. Try that for like a month and see what happens.
Julie said they're not turned off by that. Let me see. What is Julie? Like, you made a comment that was a turn off for me when you say that, when you say computer science was your major. The people are turned off by that. I mean, so what was it? Julie? Is that her name? Yeah, Julie L. Okay, I would say from what has happened Like from when I do say it, I mean everything's going right until I say that. And even like so like they're also black and doing computer science, they say the same thing. Like they don't even want to say they're major to black girls because like when you think of it, think of it as okay, nerdy, corny, fake. I don't know what they think, but from my perspective, Julie, from what I've been seeing, they make it seem like it's a turn off.
I think like as you get older, that changes. As you get older, like as I've gotten older, I've noticed that women are very turned on by intelligence, very,
Yeah.
and they like success. What about black women that take your class?
Take my class. Okay, like I said, well, for my computer science class, because I'm actually double majoring. I'm doing finance and computer science. For my computer science classes, there's like one or two black girls in those classes. For like my finance classes, there's a few more.
Do you find them attractive?
I have found a few. There's I'm not gonna like this past semester there was a few girls in one of my classes I did not say anything to that I probably should have, and they were really good looking. Those are my business.
And did you not say that because they majored in the same subject as you?
Nah, it was mainly because when I'm in class, I sit right in the front every single time. And I can like if I like turn around, I can see them in the back. And I'll try to catch them. Like sometimes, I guess one time I was kind of nervous. One time walking up to this one girl, like because we were leaving class, and I was kind of walking the same way as her. Then she like turned the opposite way, and I was like, okay, I don't want to look like I'm following her. So I was like, forget it. I guess that could be the time I kind of screwed up.
So you have that option, though, like maybe like speaking to people, that take the same class as you.
Yeah.
Girls that take the same class, see how that goes. But try that. I can only go based on what you're telling me. But what I would definitely say is it's not a case of saying, okay, I got to change my ways. I got to be more aggressive or whatever. That's not going to work, because it's not you. Think about the types of women that you're talking to.
Yeah.
I can tell you this right now. I got years on you. When I was young, my focus was she had to have a fat ass. She had to have a fat ass. And I don't mean like it had to stick out. It had to pop out like a picture in a pop-up book. And she had to have a tiny waist, flat stomach. She had to be beautiful. I had all of these. So I would only focus on women like that. I wasn't really focused on their personality first. I was focused on how they looked. It would never go in that direction that I wanted it to because I was not their only option, for one. Because women like that have options. They have options. So when you're trying to talk to them, they're able to talk to a lot of guys. And whether you might think you're at 8.5 or 9 or 10, they might be talking to a dude that way surpasses you physically or way surpasses you like financially or whatever, because they've got options. And especially in the era that we live now, we live in the era of social media. So a beautiful woman back in the day when I was young, so it's harder for you. When I was young, a beautiful woman was a beautiful woman in my city. Now a beautiful woman in my city is a beautiful woman on the globe, because she will have followers like on different social media platforms that from all over the place, right?
Yeah.
So you have a lot more competition. So I had a lot of competition, and then because they looked a particular type of way, sometimes they were focused on money. They were focused on looks a lot more than I was focused on looks even. And sometimes I wasn't good looking enough. Sometimes I didn't have enough money. Sometimes they were just pieces of shit because their personality was really bad. But I kept chasing these types of women. It wasn't until I got older I was like, yeah, I do like beautiful and attractive women, but I need to be myself and I need to focus on the things that I really want.
Yeah.
And I focused less on that, focused less on the physical. And as soon as I understood that, it was a lot better for me.
Yeah, I mean, I can't agree with that, but I guess I do have a problem because I'm a kind of person like you come for the looks, you stay for the personality. I'll say that. So that's like a thing. I always go where the best looking women are at first. That could be a mistake I've heard, because some people go like it because personality can overcome looks when you get to know them. When you get to know them more, but I guess that's something I should probably work on, as I'm noticing, especially.
But it's understandable. Like for a lot of people, it's hard. It's hard for people to say, okay, I don't necessarily, I'm going to go for this, because I could have this conversation with a woman. This exact same conversation I'm having with you could be very similar with a woman. And I've had these conversations where women will complain that they're not getting the right guy's not out there. And then you say to them, what do the guys that you normally go for look like? And they say like, they always go for these types of guys. So you say maybe you lower your standard a little, look in the looks department. And people are like, okay. It's when you say, because maybe you don't want the right guy, or the guy that's going to treat you better. Maybe you don't want that. So it works both ways. Nobody wants to be with somebody that they don't find attractive. Everybody wants to be with somebody they find attractive. That also means you are playing a game of saying, this person is very good looking. Now I got to figure out if their personality works. And like I said, you're going to have a lot of competition. I used to work for a sales company, like about 10 years ago. I worked for a sales company, and the guy gave me the best advice. He said to me, don't over talk, because you can talk yourself out of a sale. Sometimes you can do too much and the person will go, nah, fuck this, and they'll roll out. Keeping it simple, hey, how you doing? I like you. I'm interested in you. But they got to feel that you like them and you're interested in them. Because if you've just been dancing with 15, 20 women, they're not going to feel that way. And, when you say, what's up, how, whatever, and they go, she's going to ask you some questions. You give her the answers. You keep them short. I want to talk to you. I'd like to take you on a date. Don't go too in on the computer science. I've been in that situation where leaving in places, like even in workplaces, people start a subject. I'm like, yeah, I have to like hold back because I know this is my topic, and I don't want to overwhelm people. So sometimes we have to be aware that we might overwhelm people.
Yeah.
But definitely try and go to places where you think you're going to get the types of women that are gonna relate to you.
That's true. I guess because that is something I haven't been doing. Looking back at it, I haven't been putting myself out there as much. Like especially when it comes like student organizations and stuff like that. I could definitely say that, which is something I'm gonna do next semester. Definitely, next semester I am gonna be putting myself.
Think about your interests. Think about your interests.
Yeah.
The things that you like. And think about, okay, where can I go? To do these things.
Yeah.
I get black women message me all the time saying they describe a man like you. They want a man that does the things that you do. They're like, oh, they want an educated man. They want a man that's, that's studying, that's got degrees, that's, et cetera, but they can't find this or can't find that. And the women that were here, not one single one of them said that you weren't good looking. But they all had a problem with you saying that you talked to multiple women, or that, and you will speak to different women, like when you're at parties, and then you're not going to just dance with one. And you notice that there was that reoccurring thing.
Yeah, that's definitely true. Looking back at it, it didn't seem bad because like when you're in the moment, it doesn't seem bad. It doesn't seem bad at all. But then I guess what people are saying now, looking back at it, that is a bad idea. But yeah, like when you're in the moment, it doesn't seem bad at all. Like okay, like I'm not just gonna stick with just one person the whole time. You know what I mean? That's how I feel like at that moment. But yeah, looking back at it, I'm not seeing how other people can perceive it, but seeing how other people can perceive it, that does not look too good. But that's something I'm definitely going to work on after this chat. Like it's something I'm definitely going to work
on. Does anybody have some advice for the brother based on how they have seen that he's conducting himself right now and what he said? Any sisters and brothers? Your sister said, don't come off as a player. Be secure in who you are because you seem great. They say stop playing the field at parties. One said maybe they online. Just don't do Tinder. Surround yourself with more black people. Big Sap said, if you're not serious about being in a relationship, don't date black women. One of the brothers said, take it slow. That when you get the woman that you think you get an interest, take it slow. In the new year, I don't know if you caught it, I'm actually doing with 2 other brothers. So there's going to be 3 of us once a week. We're going to be doing a panel like this specifically for men and boys about dating, relationships, dating advice, money advice, health, fitness advice, specifically for the brothers.
Oh,
do you think that's something that you would vibe with?
Yeah, I'll definitely.
Peace, love, and coconut oil.
Hey man, that's racist. Please remember that from now on, brand new never before seen videos, as well as live streams, will only be available on my website, ikyg.com, via a Patreon subscription. ikyg.com is a Black-owned, Black-ran platform, 100% free from censorship. It's the only place where we don't have to worry about what we say and expressing ourselves. Make sure you check out the description and the comment section for important links, as well as information in video form that shows you what benefits you get when you support the site and join my Patreon. If you enjoyed this video and want to see more, then don't forget to subscribe and be notified every time I upload a video. For exclusive content and perks, check out my Patreon. This is where we have private live streams, group chats, live Q&As, live phone calls, and open topics. This is a safe space where you can interact with other like-minded people, make friends, send each other direct private messages, and so much more without any trolls. And yes, you get to use GIFs and images in the live chats. So what are you waiting for? This is a completely independent website, free from censorship. If you'd like to make a donation towards the site so we can continue to put out the truth without fear of being silenced, then please hit that donation button. It's greatly appreciated. Check out the rest of the site for videos, private and public live streams, find out all the tea, and make sure to utilize the Black Money section of the website. Advertise your business absolutely free to people that look like you, free forever. And don't forget to follow me on Instagram and Twitter at angel_IKYG.